I'm not happy with the quality of the live stream from the Manila airport at this time. So I'm doing my videos at the Manila airport as live streams, and they will be uploaded as previews. However, I want to give the videos time to render. So let's start with I'm at Manila Airport, and I have a very long layover. Let's say I have a long layover. So I did some reconnoitering about the airport, and I want to give you the prices for what I think is the best food prices, in case you only have an hour or two as a layover and you want to get something to eat. I've eaten in Wendy's, which I'm at now. I've eaten, and Wendy's by far has the best hamburger of the 4 places I've eaten hamburgers. I would completely bypass Burger King. Burger King, not something I would ever eat again based on my experience with Burger King at the Manila airport. We grew up with the terminology, the phrase, have it your way, the Whopper. Lettuce, pickles, onions, tomatoes, and mayonnaise on a sesame seed bun. That is no longer the case. Not only that, but the meat itself at Burger King has no taste or flavor to it at all. It's not a Whopper. It's by definition, it's not a Whopper, and by standards of taste, it has no taste at all. And the Burger King, which is located on the ground floor at the Manila airport, does not have salt or ketchup. You have to go to another food store and ask them for salt or ketchup. Not only that, but they use a placard, and I had them take the placards down. I literally had them take the placards down. They had placards next to the cash register that showed you a Whopper, and we have Whoppers. Remember how the Whopper, the cheese melted out of the Whopper? Pickles, onions, lettuce, tomato, and if you had a cheese, Whopper cheese. So the picture of the cheese Whopper shows you lettuce, tomato, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun with cheese dripping out of the sides of the Whopper. So I ordered one. And I said, I don't want any onions, please, no onions. I wrote it down on a piece of paper. They got that part right. But I want extra pickles. You want pickles, sir? No onions, extra pickles. Okay, so, and no ice in the drink. They got that part right. So I get the Whopper, and she puts it on the counter, and the price on the placard, right next to the cash register, 259 pesos. So I had 259 pesos exact change on the counter. Sir, it's 281. So now I think I got the wrong item. Well, it says 259. Yes, sir, that was a long time ago. I said that was yesterday's price. Yes, sir, a long time ago. So what they did overnight, they changed the price of a Whopper from 259 to 281. So I give her a 500 peso bill. She gives me change, and I go to my table, and I look. There's no lettuce. There's no tomato. There's no cheese. Well, it looked like someone took a bottle of grated Parmesan and went like that. You could see pieces, tiny pieces of cheese, sprinkles of cheese. Now what I ordered was a four cheese melt Whopper, and what was on the burger wasn't enough to cover even 1/10 of the burger with cheese sprinkles. So I went back to the counter and I said, "Can I have salt and ketchup?" "No, sir." "No, sir." Well, I had ketchup in my bag from another place. "No salt, sir." I didn't have any salt. So someone gave me salt. Someone said, "Here's salt." They had salt. You have to bring your own salt. Jollibee's does not have salt. I will not eat Jollibee hamburgers, but okay, so never again will I eat a Whopper. So on the Whopper was a burger with some sprinkles of, it looked like cheese, but you couldn't taste it. Those were an additional 10 pesos, 20 cents for about this much of a slice of pickle. Basically one thick slice of pickle, 20 cents. So I brought it to the girl's attention. There's no lettuce, there's no tomato, there's no sauce, and there's no cheese. Sir, there's cheese, but not like in the picture. Yes, sir. New style, whatever she said. I don't remember what she said. So if you want lettuce or tomato or onions or pickles, it's 10 pesos each for the condiments, and the mayonnaise is 10 pesos. So that's an additional $1. But the picture shows you lettuce, tomato, pickles, onions with special sauce on it, on the sesame. It's not what's in the picture. So number one, do not, in my opinion, do not waste your time going to a Burger King. This is an issue with me because I waited 12 years since my last Whopper. I was very disappointed. We used to get Whoppers in the Florida Keys. There's so much stuff on the Whopper, you had to take some of it off. The lettuce, the pickles. If you ordered no onions, extra pickles, you got this much pickles across the top of the hamburger. Anyway, never again will I eat a Whopper. So now the average, and the price of that was $6. So for $6, you got about 15 French fries. It was the smallest order of French fries I ever saw in my life. It was smaller than small. So the average meal in Burger King, Wendy's, McDonald's, and Jollibee for the hamburger meal is somewhere between $5.20 and $6. But Wendy's Whataburger is the best burger. Definitely the best burger. And best fries. And Wendy's had ketchup. And I'm not sure if they had salt. I don't remember. I don't think they did, but I had salt. I had gotten salt from a Kentucky Fried Chicken, but last night I got Kentucky Fried Chicken. They had no salt. It's all right. So anyway, this video was about the airport in Manila. So as far as food is concerned, the best, let's say there were 4 people, the best thing that you could buy for your money is Kentucky Fried Chicken. And that's the picture that's on the front of my thumbnail. You get 8 chicken breasts, 4 heavy 12-ounce packages of rice, 4 drinks, iced tea, and 4 accoutrements, 2 mashed potatoes, 1 corn, and 1 small gravy, but then you get a whole big cup of gravy. And you also, they had ketchup, no salt. They had no salt yesterday. And that bucket is 800 pesos. So you could make 4 people happy, full, and beyond full for 800 pesos. But 200 pesos from Burger King is going to buy you a small burger with a small fries and a small drink. There is no bottomless drinks. Okay, so moving on. What's there to do in the airport itself? The 4th floor is 100% food stores. And 2 additional things that some people might be interested in. For 1,000 pesos, you can get a pedicure, a manicure, and a foot scrub. And there's 2 places on the 4th floor that do that. Then there is a 7-Eleven on the 4th floor that you can buy aspirin. It's the only place. There's no pharmacies in the airport. Moving on to if you want to sleep in the airport, short-term sleep, there's a place called The Wings, W-I-N-G-S. It's located on the 4th floor, all the way, I'm not sure if it would be the north end of the building. I think it's the north end of the building, but it's all the way at the end of the building, behind McDonald's, and if you need a landmark for that place to sleep, Mary Grace, M-A-R-Y-G-R-A-C-E. Mary Grace, it's right behind McDonald's and Mary Grace, because there's 2 McDonald's. So you want to go to the McDonald's by the Mary Grace. Now they have a short-term sleepover for 1,000 pesos. You get a bunk, no door, just a curtain. You get the use of a shower, and there's snacks and coffee, 1,000 pesos. But it's only 7.5 hours stay, 1,000. That's 1 person. For 2 people, is 1,800. 7.5 hours stay with shower, and they give you soap and a towel, but only 7.5 hours. That's the 4th floor. All stores plus 2 pedicure, manicure, haircutting, that type of thing. 1,000 pesos for pedicure, manicure, and a foot scrub. Now you could go, or you can sleep for 7.5 hours for 1,000 pesos. Take a shower, and there are snacks. There are snacks there. Dingos, whatever junk snacks there are. You can have as much as you want. So, that's the 4th floor. The 3rd floor is passenger storage, they call it. Because there's an area set aside on the 3rd floor if you want to wait somewhere and charge your phone for free. There's a charging station with 48 outlets on the 3rd floor. 3rd floor charging station, 48 outlets. They're never all full at once. Then that whole area is cordoned off, and inside they have airport security. So you can sleep there. If your flight is the next day or later that day, you can just lay down on the floor and go to the airports. Like that area of the airport's about 450 feet long, and the whole area along the windows is filled up with people from all over the world sleeping. No, they don't charge you, and you can sleep there as long as you want. You can sleep for a couple hours, nobody bothers you. You can sleep there overnight. If your flight's the next day, no one bothers you, and you have security. I wouldn't leave my phone alone there, but nobody doesn't. I doubt anybody's going to touch your phone in a secure area, but it wouldn't be my suggestion. So, 3rd floor, passenger storage. 3rd floor, departures to Vietnam and other countries, the surrounding Asia, Malaysia. 3rd floor. 2nd floor is arrivals from all over. Now, there are no restaurants on the 3rd floor. None. There are no restaurants that I've seen on the 2nd floor. However, on the 1st floor, there are restaurants mixed in with car rentals, mixed in with hotel reservation desks, mixed in with banks. Every bank that has a unit in the Philippines has a representation store on the 1st floor. every bank. And banks that I've never seen before, because like there's certain banks in Manila that we don't have in Bohol. But my bank is in downstairs. So, and then there are ATM machines from every bank in the world on the first floor. There are also there's a smart, they sell loads for 1,000 pesos, 96 gigs for 30 days. They don't sell 199 gigaloads or 149 gigaloads, but you can get those online. But if you were a blogger like myself, then you could buy, I did not. I bought a different type of load. I went online and bought a load. You can go to Gigalife, G-I-G-I, Gig, for 150 pesos, buy 7 days, 2 gigs a day, which is more than enough. So that's what I did. So on the first floor, banks, ATM machines, car rentals, hotel reservations, and taxis. Let's see, what else? On the third floor, there's an international phone just next to the escalator, near the passenger storage area. They call it passenger storage because that's where people stay. So, passenger storage. Between the passenger storage area and the escalator, which is about 75 feet, there's an international, worldwide payphone that you can put your credit card in. There is also, to the right side of the escalator, a prayer room for Muslims and other denominations. There's a prayer room. And then in the passenger storage area, there's a Catholic area where they have set up with the crucifix and benches to kneel down on. Let's see, what else is that? I'm looking around. Every single restaurant in the world is on the 4th floor. Chow King. There's an Unli Rice, U-N-L-I, Unli Rice on the 4th floor, and the meals start at 138 pesos. So if you want a cheap meal, you can buy, I tried the pork, excellent. The pork was just excellent. Pork belly, it was 5 nice-sized slices of pork belly with some Chinese pichay cabbage and Chinese pichay and unlimited rice, 138 pesos. I will warn you though that the hot sauce is not just hot when you eat it, but about 5 minutes after you put it on your food, your head starts to sweat. It's really hot. It's hot when you eat it, yes. It's really hot 5 minutes later. It makes your head sweat. I don't know what's in it. It's delicious. So Unli Rice, 138 on the 4th floor. And then you have every other restaurant. You have Wendy's, McDonald's. Krispy Kreme is on the 4th floor. You can buy freshly baked Krispy Kreme. They bake on the premises. There's a black BCLK coffee. I don't know what that means. It's like an exotic coffee. It's kind of like Starbucks. There's no Starbucks. And the coffee start at 100 pesos and they go up to 200 pesos, I think. Not much more than that. If you know what Black's coffee is. There's a Mary Grace that serves supposedly the best desserts in the world on the 4th floor, Mary Grace. There's a 7-Eleven on the 4th floor where you can buy ibuprofen. And of course, like I said, there's a short-term stay right behind Mary Grace, the restaurant, right behind McDonald's, the restaurant let's call it the north end of the building, there's a short term, it's called the Wings, W-I-N-G-S, the Wings. 1,000 pesos, 7.5 hours, a clean bunk, a towel, toiletries, and it's all aircon, of course. So I think that's a pretty good deal. If you don't want to leave the airport, you want to go to sleep for a couple hours, take a shower, refresh yourself, that's what I would do, what I did, what I'm doing. So I'll tell you the full story when I get back from where I'm going. That's why I'm not loading these as live streams also. I want these to go out in the order that I make them. I'm learning a lot about... There's a movie about someone that lived in an airport. I can make my own movie now. Due to a glitch in the system. And the glitch in the system started years back, long time ago, as they say at the Bureau of Immigration, long time ago. Like it reminds me of Star Wars. Long time ago in a far, far distant galaxy, people were trained improperly to do the jobs that they cash a check every Friday to do. And with that, I just got a notice that my battery was dying. I have a story to tell you. So I'm upgrading. Oh, I have lots of stories to tell you when I get back. My iPhone 13 worked just fine, but it was the wrong phone. They sent me the wrong phone. They sent me a phone with a 6 1/8 inch diagonal screen. I was supposed to get a 6 1/8 inch height screen, so I had to send that back a day after I got it, realizing it was the wrong phone. Well, I realized it right away, but I wanted to make sure the drone worked, so I'm upgrading from an iPhone 13, 49,000 pesos, to an iPhone 13 Pro with a 7.5 inch screen. I think that they're down at about 66,000 pesos. And 2 of the items that I sent back to Lazada, I was refunded my money. It was put in my bank account 2 days ago, automatic. So Lazada is giving me back my money for exactly 49 and 33 is 82,000, 12,000 for the battery, 92, 94,000. $6,000, 3,000 for a translator that I was going to use in Vietnam. 100,000. I had 100,000, about 110,000 pesos in credits that of items that were sent to me that didn't work or were the wrong item. 33,000 for a drone, 49,000 for the phone, 12,500 for a battery, 3,000 for a translator. Oh yeah, this is people that get paid to do jobs, and their training process long time ago. Remember, long time ago. I have a story about long time ago. I hate to do that story, but I'm going to do it. I just have to figure out a way to do it to be able to show you the level at which people believe that they train someone to do a job and says, okay, now go do the job, and then the people that they sent on their way, like Jesus sent the apostles out into the world to do their job, the people that they train here in the Philippines are not trained properly. And that is what I mentioned before, the glitch in the system. So bye-bye for now from Michael Fazio in the Manila airport, sleeping in the Manila airport, living in the Manila airport. Yeah, baby. I did that too. I can check that one off on the checklist. Gotta go. From Michael Fazio and Daisy May in the Philippines, baby. Bye bye for now. A glitch in the system.